This is Napa Fan here, and we are here at the Kentucky Speedway for race number 12 in season number 5 of the Chick-fil-A Cup Series. This is the Tire Rack 400 and 40-lap race around this 1.5 mile speedway. This is the first time ever that the Chick-fil-A Cup Series has been here. I apologize about this moving around here. I want to make sure it's on, and I think we got it there. So it is the first time the Chick-fil-A Cup Series has been here at the Kentucky Speedway. So it's an inaugural race here for these guys. If I'm not mistaken, this is the only inaugural race of the season. The only new track of the season. We're not returning to IRP this season, and this is kind of the replacement for it, if you can, I'm going to say that. We are going to return to Pocono later on in the season, but that'll be the older version of the Pocono Raceway. But that'll be 2 races from now here. But still, we got this one here tonight, a 40-lap race around the Kentucky Speedway. And the guy who won the last race here in the Chick-fil-A Cup Series gets to start on the pole, Tyler Selzman, in the number 19. After that shock win at Road America on Saturday, he's going to be in the chase with that win. And he's definitely riding off the momentum of that one here tonight at Kentucky. Let's go ahead and get these guys to roll off, and you're going to see the starting lineup on the bottom of your screen right there. It is Tyler Selzman and the number 4 of Trey Bartow, who will be starting on the front row for this one here today. In row number 2, Jesse Turner and Noah Kars starting alongside each other. Eric Almenhart and Aiden Shepard in row number 3. Zachary Fitzwater, the Texas winner, and Ben Clark in row 4. Garrett Zinor and Josh Crash round out the top 5. We'll go ahead and do the top 20. That's the top 10, not the top 5. I'm sorry. We'll go ahead and do the top 20 starting positions here. John Andrews and Charlotte winners Stuart Gratton, Alex Bonsinor and Jordan Newman, Max Newworth and Cameron Black. And then we got ourselves Josh Alexander in the 34 and the 41 of Bryce Loeffler. And then Seth Cole and Abe Troxel. That's the top 20 starting positions here for the Tire Rack 400 at the Kentucky Speedway. And a big opportunity for a lot of guys starting up front, like Trey Bartow, Jesse Turner, and Noah Kars. Those guys have not gotten wins yet this season, and they're going to need wins if they want to make it into the chase. So it's going to be very interesting to see what happens in this one. Really don't know what to expect. This is the first time we've been here at Kentucky in the Chick-fil-A Cup Series, and it's definitely going to be quite wild. You saw the truck race yesterday. You saw they were going 3 and 4 wide all over the place. We're probably going to see that here today. Pace cars pulled off. Now we're green flag racing in that Tire Rack 400 at Kentucky. Tyler Selzman with the advantage on Trey Bartow. The inside lane is the place to be here, as the outside lane doesn't really work that well. But it's really easy to get to the inside lane here at the Kentucky Speedway. These guys tend to spread out and close back in really quickly, kind of like an accordion here at Kentucky. Noah Kars up to second, looking to get a run to the inside of our last winner, but he's not going to be able to lead lap number 1. Actually, he might have led that lap. He might have. He did. I didn't think it was going to get him, but he did. Noah Kars leads the first lap of action here at Kentucky. How about part-time driver Ben Clark? He has not really been having that good of a season now. He got a really good finish at Atlanta earlier on in the season, but since then, every race he's been in, I think he might have gotten just single-digit points. It's been a really bad season here for Ben Clark, but here he is running second. Got Josh Crash running in 3rd place. Stuart Gratton, he's up to 4th. Going for 3rd now underneath the 15. Jesse Turner, he started on the outside. He's found his way to the inside. And like I said, the inside lane is the place to be here at Kentucky. You got Jordan Newman here on the inside here. And Tyler Selzman has fallen back to, I do believe, 7th place in the 19. He's going to lose another position here to Trey Bartow in the 4. So you don't want to get stuck on the outside here like Noah Kars will be here soon. Ben Clark's going to take the lead on lap 3 of 40. He's got Stuart Gratton right behind him in the 47. Jesse Turner, he's to the inside of Josh Crash here, and he's going to get a run to the inside of Noah Kars for 3rd place. Gratton's up to 2nd, and it's part-time driver Ben Clark leading the field. Take a look through the whole field here and to see where you are in the field. Hopefully everybody rolled off okay. Yep, they all did. That's good. Just wanted to make sure. I don't think I went back and checked that. But that's the whole field there. And they are now being led by Stuart Gratton, who goes to the inside of Ben Clark on lap 5 of 40 to take the lead. Jesse Turner is going to file right behind the 47 and take second place. Here comes Jordan Newman in the 7. He's going to take third away from the 55. Turner now looking to get to the inside of the 47, but it's going to be Stuart Gratton who leads at the 1/8 mark of this race here at Kentucky. So it's Stuart Gratton, Jesse Turner, Jordan Newman. They're 3 wide for fourth as Bryce Lofor goes to the inside of Josh Crash and Ben Clark. Here comes Zachary Fitzwater in the 44, the Texas winner. Of all the guys who have won races this season and will be eligible for the chase, Zachary Fitzwater has the least amount of points on everybody. Now, it doesn't really mean much because since he's a full-time driver, no matter where he is in the points, he's going to be in the chase because of that win. But still, you need consistency if you want to win the championship. And throughout each of those rounds, we're going to get guys who make it into, the next round on points alone. So Zachary Fitzwater definitely needs to step it up here if he wants to do good when the chase comes around. And now's a good place to start in the Chick-fil-A Cup Series because we're coming close to the chase. Including this race, there are only 5 races left until the chase begins. So that means guys like Jordan Newman, Bryce Lofor, Larry Ike, Josh Crash, and a lot of these guys up front need to get a win. They want to get a win here so they can make it into the chase. Stuart Gratton, he's already in the chase for this season as he won that race at Charlotte. He's looking to get a second win this season as he currently leads here in the Tire Rack 400 at Kentucky. No caution yet. We did not end up with a caution in the truck race yesterday, and these guys seem to be running pretty calm here in the Kentucky Speedway. Double file throughout the whole field. No 3-wide action anywhere. But I am not entirely sure how the pit stops are going to play out. I have never tried pit stops on this racetrack, so I don't know if we're going to have a good set of pit stops, if they're going to come off the racetrack a bad way or not. I have no idea how those are going to go. But we got pit stops in this race, and it's going to be very interesting to see how that shakes things up in this one here tonight. Gratton remains out front. Jordan Newman remains in second. Bryce Lofor remains in third place. And we got a couple rookies. Well, actually, all 3 of these guys here are rookies. Bryce Lofor, Larry Ike, and Josh Crash. Then pole sitter Tyler Selzman's moved his way back up to 6th in the 19. Nicholas Gratton, the older cousin of Stuart Gratton, running in 8th. Ben Clark going to take 9th. And it's Cameron Black, the NRLOA 500 winner, who's currently running in 10th, but Abe Troxell's going to take that in the 27 here on lap 11 of 40. Then it's Aiden Shepard back in here on the inside, Trey Bartow, and the 42 of Noah Cars with Terrell Larvin Alonso and Alex Bonsignor on the inside. I'm focusing on that inside because those are the cars that eventually move their way to the lead. But we haven't had a pass for the lead in quite a while here in this one. Stuart Gratton able to keep that 47 out front. And it's looking pretty good for the Aussie driver here at Kentucky. Bryce Lofor is going to take second away from Jordan Newman on lap 12 of 40. And I've commented on this guy before. Bryce Lofor, one of the best rookies this season. He's been one of the most consistent rookies. And he's definitely done a great job so far in the Chick-fil-A Cup Series. And a win would definitely show his strength. We've only had one rookie winner this season. That's the 34 of Josh Alexander, who won the Daytona 500 and the Mountain Dew 500. He's the only driver to win multiple races this season. But Stuart Gratton, currently leading, wants to change that here tonight. But he's got to hold off Bryce Lofor here in the 41. This 41's coming fast. Will he be able to get around the 47? Josh Crash up the 4th. Newman's going to stay in 3rd. And the 41 is right behind the 47 here for the lead. Ben Clark's up to 6th. Tyler Selzman running in 7th. Then it's Trey Bartow, Aiden Shepard, and Terrell Larvin Alonso rounding out the top 10. Lofor could not get around the 47, and Jordan Newman's going to take the position back away from the rookie driver. Newman for second underneath the 41. He's going to be able to do it exiting turn number 2. He's going to get the run into turn number 3. And he's going to be able to take second. Josh Crash looking to get to the inside of the 41 as well. And he's going to be able to do it there. But it's still Stuart Gratton out front on lap 14 of 40 here at Kentucky. Jordan Newman running in second place. Josh Crash is going to take third. Here comes the 98 of Larry Ike for fourth. Ben Clark running sixth. Tyler Selzman, Trey Bartow, Herja Larvin Alonso's gotten around Alex Bonsignor here. Bonsignor now rounding out the top 10 in the number 1. And they're still in a pack back in here. We're going to see some 3-wide action here. Jesse Turner's back in here. He was running up front earlier on. And we got ourselves some 3-wide here. But these guys are definitely taking care of their race cars in this one. Not getting caught up in any trouble. And they seem to have figured this racetrack out pretty well here at Kentucky. Jordan Newman to the inside of Stuart Grattan for the lead. And we have ourselves a new leader here in the Tire Rack 400. It's Jordan Newman who leads it at lap 16 of 40. Now, this is interesting here. Remember the Kansas race last season? Davey Johnson, the winner of that race, made the race on one stop. It's looking like we might have a similar situation in this race. This race does not have a yellow feel to it at all. It doesn't look like we're going to end up with a caution, but it's very possible that this first set of pit stops could happen kind of halfway through the race. Some guys might have to make 2 stops in this one, while others, especially those guys in the back, might be able to make it on 1. That's how Davey Johnson got his one and only win last season. And it might give the win to somebody in the back. I see Abe Troxel. He's coming in now. He's starting the run of pit stops. But you never know. You can get a guy like Fitz. Whoa, somebody's blowing up. Alex Bonsignor in the 1. Just blew an engine. Oh boy, he's going to get to pit road. But that could have been big right there. Now we are going to end up with a situation. If this thing does happen to go green the whole way through, we're going to have somebody who's going to be able to make it on 1 stop. Still got quite a few guys out there on the racetrack. They are led by Bryce Lofor in the 41. Most of the guys came in that time. You see the way they come in. They kind of go high in turn 3 and then come back down. Take an interesting line getting into the pit road. How about this? John Arndt in the 95 is going to stay out another lap. And it's now lap 20 of 40. He might be the only guy staying out this long. I don't see anybody else staying out as long as John Arndt here. There's Abe Troxel back in there. And I'm pretty sure everybody has made a pit stop except for the 95. Now it's possible Skivnicki also stayed out. I don't know if he did or not. And it was this 46 that did have that strategy move at Kansas last season. Now yes, the 46 also stayed out with the 95. So John Arndt and Jonathan Skivnicki are 2 drivers who came in. They're going to cross the line into halfway point on pit road, and they may be able to make it to the end without having to come in again. But those guys like Abe Troxel and these guys who came in the lap after Troxel, they're going to definitely have to make another stop in this race. This one's going to be interesting here. Jordan Newman out front in the 7. Larry Ike, Bryce Lofor, and Josh Crash right behind him. How about Herja Larvin Alonso? He's going to move up to 5th in the number 5. As he got a really good pit stop in that car. And there's John Arndt in the 95. It's halfway now. And he just finished his first and possibly only pit stop of the race. It might work out for the 95 and the 46. We're just going to have to find out. Like I said, it doesn't seem like this race is going to end up with a caution. Larry Ike is now out front in the 98. And he's going to lead lap 21 here in the Tire Rack 400. So it's Larry Ike, Jordan Newman, Josh Crash, Herja Larvin Alonso, and Bryce Lofor, the top 5. Then it's Christian Master, Tristan Allen, Abe Troxel. Remember, he came in before anybody else here, had those fresher tires longer than everybody else. Here he is running in 8th place. Stuart Grattan and Jacob Reed round out the top 10. Then it's Ryan Madden, Trey Bartow, Caleb Hoffman, Landon Napa, Ben Clark, Cameron Gaju, Michael DeFeo, and John Arndt. Remember, he had that strategy stop there. He came in longer than anybody else except for Jonathan Skivnicki, but Skivnicki is quite a ways behind this 95. So it is very possible that John Arndt could pull away with the win in this one. We're just going to have to see. But he might have to come in, say on lap like 39. If that happens, it's going to be kind of crazy there at the end. Got Matt Dallio and Michael DeFeo rounding out the top 20, I'm pretty sure. Actually, I think Jesse Turner rounds out the top 20. Anyways, these guys are closing back up. Remember what I said, these guys could spread out, but they could close right back in really quickly, kind of like an accordion here at Kentucky. Larry Ike under fire from Jordan Newman, and Newman's going to get to the inside of the 98 for the lead on lap 25. It's Josh Crash. Herja Larvin Alonso has never won a Chick-fil-A Cup Series race. As a matter of fact, nobody in the top 5 has ever won a Chick-fil-A Cup Series race. The whole top 5 looking to get their first ever win in this series. No one in this top 5 has ever won a Chick-fil-A Cup Series race. How about that? As a matter of fact, the top 6 are like that. Tristan Allen has never won a Chick-fil-A Cup Series race either. But he's trying to do so tonight here at Kentucky. But look at this. They're all in a line here. Larry Ike's going to get to the inside of Jordan Newman. That's for the lead. And this rookie driver trying to get around Jordan Newman. The most experienced driver in this pack is Herja Larvin Alonso. He's going to go ahead and take second away from the 7 as Newman got stuck on the outside. Alonso has low 4 behind him. It's a good guy to have behind you. This guy has been really consistent this season, as I said. Great driver driving that number 41. But it's Larry Ike out front of the 98. The 98, as far as I know, has never won a Chick-fil-A Cup Series race before. It's one of the few numbers that never has won a race. But this 98 of Larry Ike trying to change it here tonight. Alonso, he's going to get put on the outside by low 4 as low 4 goes for second on lap 27 of 40. And it's looking like we're going to end up with another caution-free race here this season in the Chick-fil-A Cup Series. How about Josh Crash there? Trying to thread the needle in between Bryce Lofor and Herja Larvin Alonso. He can't quite do it. Alonso getting a good run on the outside, but Lofor's going to easily take second, heading into 3. But it's been a while since we've had a caution-free race where the cautions have been on here in the Chick-fil-A Cup Series. Road America doesn't really count because cautions can't come on road courses just because there's not enough laps to do it. So that doesn't count. But the last time we had a caution-free race was actually Charlotte. So it actually hasn't been that long since we've had a caution-free race. As a matter of fact, if you want to count Road America, if this one happens to go caution-free to the end, that'll be 3 out of the last 4 races that have gone caution-free here in the Chick-fil-A Cup Series. 3 out of the last 4. And over in the Truck Series, their race yesterday went caution-free. The race before that went caution-free. Over in the Truck Series, I think over half the races have gone caution-free. Here in the Cup Series, we had quite a few early on in the season. And then as we got to the middle part there of the regular season, we ended up with a little bit more. But now, we're kind of still in the middle part of the regular season. But lately, we've been getting a lot more caution-free races here in the Chick-fil-A Cup Series. Larry Ike remains out front. Bryce Lofor is second. Herja Larvin Alonso is third. Jordan Newman and Josh Crash the top 5. Ryan Madden, Tristan Allen, Christian Master, Caleb Hoffman, and Trey Bartow round out the top 10. We've got all these guys in a group here. And here's John Arndt in the 95. He's trying to do all he can to pull away from the 46, and I think he's doing a pretty good job of it. Because there's Skivnicki. He stayed out along with John Arndt the longest, and they may be able to make this race on one stop alone. So those two guys might not have to pit again. And John Arndt wants to do all he can to get far away from that 46 so he can get this race in the bag. John Arndt trying to become only the second driver this season to win multiple races and join Josh Alexander in getting 4 bonus points for the chase. If that were to happen, that would guarantee that 3 drivers would make it into the chase on points alone. I know some guys who are definitely doing good in the points, like Nicholas Samadillo in the 13, would love to get that. Now, Samadillo isn't getting the best of races here tonight. He's currently running at 25th. But still, guys like Sam Medeo, Cameron Ganju's another guy who has been getting a lot of good runs, but has never gotten a win in the regular season before. He's never even made the chase after 5 seasons. He wants to change that this season. He might have to make it into the chase on points, but he can definitely do it. He's been doing good on the points this season. But those are two guys who've been doing good on the points who would love to kind of open the door there for guys making it into the chase on points alone. But guys like Larry Ike, they need a win. Now, Bryce Lofor can make it into the chase on points alone, especially if he finishes second. That's a lot of points there for that 41 team. As a matter of fact, that would be 41 points for the 41 if you were to finish second. But Lofor can easily make it into the chase on points alone, and I definitely think it's possible, especially if Lofor gets this second place finish. But it's definitely going to change, because soon these guys are going to have to come in for a second stop, and that is going to shake things up tremendously. Now, John Arndt stayed out the longest, along with Skibnicki, and those two guys have a pretty good possibility of making it to the end of the race without having to come in again. We're just going to have to see. It's 5 laps to go in the Tire Rack 400. My goodness. The Tire Rack 400 here at Kentucky. Bryce Lofor is closing in on Larry Ike for the lead, and he's going to go for it. With 5 laps to go, there goes Lofor to the inside of Ike. And the 41's going to take it with 5 to go here at Kentucky. Abe Troxel was the first guy to come in last time. Will he come in this time? He will. Stuart Gratton's also coming in along with Master. Pit stops are beginning with 4 laps to go here at Kentucky. Will there be some guys who can stay out to the end and steal a victory? We're just going to have to find out. It's possible that somebody other than John Arndt could stay out to the end and win this thing. It really is. Bryce Lofor is going to stay out an extra lap here. So it's 3 laps to go for the rookie driver. Larry Ike came in. Lofor has a pretty big lead right now in the 41. But I think Lofor is going to have to come in here. Caleb Hoffman is going to take second. John Arndt is third. And how about this 95? We're definitely going to focus on him. Lofor is going to come in as he kind of runs up the racetrack there. Hoffman's going to come in. But here's John Arndt in the 95. Don't expect him to come in. He's going to stay out and lead it with 2 laps to go here at Kentucky. But will he have to come in next time? See, where is Jonathan Skibnicki? There he is in the 46. So it's only the 95 and the 46 who have yet to make a second pit stop. They might have to come in this lap. They really might. We're just going to have to see. Will John Arndt come in? It looks like he's going to try to stay out here. But will he come in? No, he won't. John Arndt's going to take the white flag here in the Tire Rack 400 at Kentucky. Skibnicki came... No, he didn't actually come in. There he is in the 46. I'm wondering if a lot of these guys are a lap down. But anyways, John Arndt is the leader in the 95, trying to get his second win of the season. But will he come in on the final lap? Please don't tell me he's coming in. Oh boy, he's not going to come in. And John Arndt wins the Tire Rack 400 at Kentucky by making the race on only 1 stop. It was a strategy race, and John Arndt's going to get his second win of the season here in the Chick-fil-A Cup Series. He wins that Tire Rack 400. I think Jonathan Skibnicki going to finish in second. Bryce Lofor and Caleb Hoffman were the only other 2 guys to finish on the lead lap. See, all these guys here, they're all a lap down because John Arndt stayed out in the number 95. It's going to be John Arndt, the winner here at Kentucky, and that's going to open the door for somebody else to make it into the chase on points alone. But John Arndt, only the second driver this season to win multiple races, and he gets it done here and wins the inaugural race here at the Kentucky Speedway in the Chick-fil-A Cup Series. Another caution-free race here in this series. Now, Alex Bellington, he had a valve issue earlier on, right when the first set of pit stop was going on. He's going to finish last. But you see all these guys a lap down. The only reason why a lot of these guys ended up a lap down is because John Arndt stayed out and only made the race on 1 stop. and he basically lapped everybody else. Jonathan Skivnicki stayed out with him. Bryce Lowford and Caleb Hoffman were both able to stay on the lead lap. And then it was Christian Master, Hergel Alonso, Ryan Madden, Jacob Reed, Cameron Garlington, and Tristan Allen, the top 10. But John Arndt, a strategy win here for the 95 team. That's going to be 2 more points towards the chase once it begins. And now only 4 races left until the chase begins. The next race here in the Chick-fil-A Cup Series is going to be at Daytona for the Valvoline 400, a classic race in the Chick-fil-A Cup Series, and we're looking forward to that one tomorrow right here on this channel. But anyways, congratulations to John R. for getting the win here at Kentucky. Here are the points for the Chick-fil-A Cup Series, and thank you guys very much for watching. I will see you guys later.
Zombies come out at night, they'll never catch me.